Welcome to Fruit Logistica here in Berlin, Germany. I'm super excited to be standing in the Canadian pavilion with my man, Jaime Bustamante. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Patrick. Thank you for coming. It's a wonderful space. It's a wonderful show, and hopefully people will come and learn about the DRC.
This is amazing. This is my first time here, and having the DRC, I say sponsor to have me come out and be here with you is absolutely amazing, because this is an educational process even for myself. As even the Produce Industry Podcast is building in the produce industry, we have to listen to learn and understand what is happening. And heck, just a few moments ago, we were talking about a claim, weren't we?
Yep.
We're not going to tell you, everyone, what claim we were talking about, but we were talking about a claim with someone that didn't have the DRC, but someone who has the DRC in their vendor agreement. And you even said to me, Patrick, let's talk about this later afterwards,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And I think that's what's so amazing, is that I looked at Jaime and said, I think this company is going to lose. He said, talk to me afterwards, because I think we can talk about that with you and get me linked up with them. So that's America, but right now we're in Europe.
Yes.
What is the DRC doing in Europe right now?
Great question. And you mentioned a word that is very important for us, which was the educational part.
Okay.
That's what we're doing here in Fruit Logistica and all Europe, trying to get the industry in Europe understand a mechanism that is very well known in North America, but not so much here.
Okay.
Which means that they don't have a dispute resolution mechanism here that works the same way that in North America.
Okay.
They don't have the same background of rules and regulations that protects buyers and sellers in the industry, similar to what we have in North America. And what a better way to come here to this big show in Europe and show them what they could have access to if they join the DRC, or if they include an arbitration clause in their contracts, which is what you and I were discussing prior to this.
Correct. And we always think as Americans, right? North America. Let's talk about North America in general. Is we think, oh no, we've got PACA. But you told me a little secret.
Yeah.
You said that a lot of Europeans have no idea what the PACA is. Now some do.
Yeah.
But some don't. And I've always talked about those contracts, the AAA, right?
Yeah.
But you still have to spend money on attorneys.
Yes.
You got to find a retired judge. We're talking a lot of money out of growers' pockets sometimes.
Yeah.
And time to be able to get in front of them too.
Yep.
And we know that's a lot of work, and it takes time away from selling fresh produce.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. And that's exactly what the DRC does. That helps everybody, because going through the process of the DRC, you don't have to spend money on lawyers to get help. We will provide that help to you, that training to you, to understand your case, where you're right, where you're wrong. And with that in mind, it will be easier to settle a dispute. And if at the end of the day, our intervention through informal mediation doesn't help resolve the dispute, then you have the arbitration part, where you can get a binding decision that is enforceable in court in Europe, in North America, in South America, in Asia, all of the countries signatories or contracting with the New York Convention of 1958, which at this point is everyone.
Wow. Now, there's so much to talk about.
Yeah.
Seriously. And even myself, as I'm learning from you, and just some of the conversations we're having of how we get better educated. And I want to let people know about that. There are resources on the DRC website that helps. And, everyone, if you go back and listen to our interview with Jaime, we actually talk about all those resources, because the claim percentage has tremendously gone down over the years because what the DRC has done. Am I right?
Yeah. So we started 25 years ago, and we started with a lot of disputes, a lot of arbitrations, a lot of informal complaints.
Yes.
Right now, we like to think that we've been able to educate the North American market a little bit to help them understand better their cases without the need to open formal complaints.
Right.
They just call us. They send us an email. Hey, Jaime, can you give me advice on this? Can you tell me about this? How to do this and that? Without the need of opening a file, which means that less money spent on a dispute and less time. They can dedicate themselves to that process specifically.
Getting back to what we do best, which is selling fresh produce, helping consumers eat fresh produce, more and more fresh produce over those Takis or over those donuts, which they're out there. It's
Yep.
our main competitor, so we got to watch out for them as well. Now, if we're here for a couple days,
Yes.
where can I'm here now?
Yeah.
But what about everybody out there that's watching?
We want to welcome everyone to Hall 25, where the Americas Pavilion is located, including the Canadian Pavilion here. We're with the CPMA and DRC together. Come and visit us and find out about what we do and how can we help. That's what we're here for.
I say, it says it behind us, celebrating produce excellence. Why don't you come down to the DRC and let's celebrate together?
Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you.